I've always worked against racial discrimination, against apartheid throughout my whole life.
Judge Brian Linn defended SWAPO freedom fighters with distinction at the time that it was considered an unpopular task, and had perfected his skill as a lawyer with a devastating cross-examination of witnesses. Justice Dave Smuts had instructed this renowned advocate in the crucial Andreas Hayter and 7 others case, and now relates.
They were either insurgents or alleged collaborators with the SWAPO insurgents, and he came in to assist us with the trial within a trial, and there he had to cross-examine the security police about the confessions and admissions they had extracted from the defendants. And his cross-examination was incredibly effective. He was devastating, and he made sure that none of those confessions were admitted in evidence. They were all destroyed completely, and the credibility of those who tried to put them in as evidence.
Throughout the 70s and 80s, when freedom fighters were arrested in Namibia, Linn would defend most, if not all of them. This was because he believed in constitutional democracy, the rule of law, and equality of all persons.
There are very few people who really believe in these principles.
It was, however, a job that could only be taken by a lawyer of courage like him, because defending freedom fighters also meant resisting the apartheid South African regime. After independence, he joined the High Court bench before he continued to the Supreme Court of Namibia as a judge of appeal. Justice Smuts says as a person, Linn was loyal and hardworking, but also principled and steadfast.
He was also quite difficult at times later on the bench. Some of us had appearances before him which weren't always easy, because he became, I think as he got older, became a bit more stubborn at times and wasn't open to persuasion as much as I think he could have been in some cases. But that's the man that he was. He was very, he held very strongly to his views and wasn't easily moved from them. But he worked extremely hard as a judge. He did make an enormous and important contribution to the development of the law while he served on both the High Court and on the Supreme Court of this country.
To understand him better, Namibians should delve into his thoughts as laid out in his 2-volume memoir called Namibia, the Sacred Trust of Civilization, to appreciate just how much he contributed to the country's vibrant democracy.